السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. This is our program Spirit of Values, and this is Dr. Tariq Rashid. We'll start today with the episode of Value of Customer Satisfaction. And this is the second episode. In the first episode, we mentioned the importance of satisfying customers. The value of customer satisfaction will affect actually our achievements. So let's continue with the episode of value of customer satisfaction. And we stopped at the first episode with the different types of customers that we may face at our organizations. Let's continue with how to deal with different types of customers. And let us discuss the case of a rude customer. Sometimes we have rude people. How to deal with rude people as customers? Again, we have to keep that our organization reputation is very important as a value. First, we have to know that they are getting angry quickly. Also, the rude are usually stubborn. They don't accept our minds. They don't accept our ideas easily. And this is another characteristic of rude customers. Always very worried, very aggressive. They don't take things friendly. They have to be convinced. They have to be to deal with them in a good way of communication. However, we have to somehow lower their rudeness. Also, they are very, very difficult type of customers to deal with. And most people usually try to avoid, but as organizations, we cannot avoid such customers, especially if they were VIP customers. So how to deal and how to communicate with such type of customers who are rude? There are some methods that we can deal with. We try to be friendly. We try to absorb the anger, the rudeness. Also, keep calm. If you get angry easily, I recommend you don't be in the customer satisfaction, because dealing with such type of customers need us to be very calm in order to absorb and try to convince them. Then listen effectively. With such type of customers, we have to apply different types of listening. However, the best type of listening with those type of people is emotional listening. And we can get back to previous episode about the communication. Listening effectively and emotionally with them will lower their rudeness. Also, try to control this worry and try to convince in order to master and communicate well with such type of customers. And don't argue. In such a case, if you go through argument, we will reach a closed track with such type of customers. Let's discuss another type of customers who are the stubborn one, they are not convinced easily with the ideas, with the products, with some services that we present. And usually how to describe them? They are very smart. Usually stubborn customers are very smart. Not easily they can be convinced, and they cannot change their opinion. They are very, very closed and very reserved towards listening effectively. They don't listen to you, and usually they consider that their ideas should be respected. It's a very difficult type of customer, usually stubborn customers, and they are very boastful. They think that they are the wise men or the wise woman in the situation. However, we have to respect this and try to deal with such type of customers in a way to reduce this being stubborn and try to convince them and change their minds. However, it's not easy. So in order to deal with them, we have to concentrate on the points of agreement. Don't look for the points of disagreement. We start with them looking for the points of agreement, then we move together step by step by convincing them towards the final recommendation that we are trying to reach. Assure that he or she has a good experience, assure that we respect their experience, but we can say that there are always different opinions. Let's change our opinion. Let's consider this point of view. This will try somehow to accept your point of view. So encourage them to discuss, be logical with them in order that we convince such type of customers. Listen, respect, appreciate their opinions, but also we have to express our ideas, our opinions, in order not to affect negatively our organizations with such type of customers. There is also the hesitant customer. These are very worried customers. Usually they cannot decide. They are very hesitant. Shall I do this? Shall I take this? Shall I buy this? Shall I take this service? They are very, very hesitant. They don't trust themselves usually. A very low trust with such type of customers. They need reasons. And it's very easy if you have a logic to convince such type of customers. And usually, sometimes they waste your time. You go with them with logical discussions, then at the end, no, but I need another opinion. So these are very hesitant. So usually they are time consumers. And sometimes we waste our time. At the end, we have to decide, is it worthwhile to go with such a customer or just forget about it? And always hesitant, they are, you may lose your temper. So be relaxed, be cool with such type of customers in order to achieve what we seek for our organizations. How to deal with such hesitant customers? Try to know the reasons for their reluctance, why they are not convinced. Then answer all their questions transparently and without any added more logical. Just answer the questions and usually give assurance that this is the best solution in such a case. Push towards their decision. Try to push towards the decision. Because if you leave them without decision, they will get back to square number one, being reluctant, hesitant, and usually this is wasting of our time. There are also the worried customers. They are always worried. Is it true? Shall I take it? Too much worried. And usually they feel fear to invest money in such a topic or such service. So they are always very worried. They feel fear. Usually also they cannot relax. Sometimes they may stress you, but we have to be relaxed to accept that there are some sort of customers who are the worried customer. And usually those people hate change, not easily to change their minds. And they hate transferring from an idea into another. They look for your assessment. So usually assess their point of view, and they don't trust others. The hesitant, the worried customer, they don't trust easily. Sometimes because some issues happened with their lives, so they do not trust others. How to deal with such type of customer? If we try to know why they are worried and try to relax them, this will help to move forward. Be emotional. And again, I ensure that emotional intelligence is a very important skill for people to deal with customers. And we have previous episode about emotional intelligence. To remind with 5 skills in the emotional intelligence, first, your self-awareness should be high in the customer service department. So self-awareness very high. You have to relax. Also, you have to manage the different difficult situations such as anger, worry, fear, sadness, etc. The third is always try to motivate yourself. Then you transfer to the customer, motivating them and being social. So be emotional with those people. Relax him or her by knowing their worry. We can relax them easily and be friendly with them. They may change their mind if they feel that you are friendly, that you are accepting their point of view. You are trying to relax them. In such a case, we have to accept. Now, let's go to another concept. It's a very important concept in customer service organizations. It's called the concept of CFO. So being a CFO, customer-focused organization, is now a trend in the whole world. What do we mean by CFO, customer-focused organizations? Usually they said that the customer is always the king or the queen according to gender. But we have also to be logical. Customers are not always right, but they should come from the first priority of any organization. Why they consider the customer as a king or as a queen? Because the increase in information availability now and the emergence of different markets and lots of competitors, we have to attract more customers. We have to satisfy their needs. Because of this, now the customer is considered one of the most powerful elements in the global market. Because of this, he or she is the king. We have to accept and to attract our customers. And in such a case, we have to respect how can we transfer our organization into CFO, again, customer-focused organization. Being a customer-focused organization means that we have to plan, organize, lead, and control. And these are the 4 functions of management towards being CFO. So we have to set a plan. How can we satisfy our customers? And now they are discussing not only satisfied customers, no, they are discussing the concept of delighted customer. Delighted. What do we mean by delighted customer? A high level of happiness. And this is called the wow experience. Wow experience, a customer go to a certain organization and we ask him, how was your experience? Wow. So wow is an experience needed. We plan for this, we organize, and we try to direct all our functions towards our customers. So all the team should work towards the CFO. And now in a world of digitalizing, in the world of technology, where the whole market is governed by technology, we should base our all services on technology. And now they are discussing the concept of smart services, that we use smart services to accelerate the achievement of the needs of our customers. Also, let's concentrate on the function of the customer service. How can we design such functions in order to transfer into CFO organization, and the call centers for taking the complaints and answering directly the complaints of our customers. These are highly needed in CFO organizations. Now, let's start evaluate, and I appreciate if you have a pen and paper, just try to test your organization, your department. If you are really a focused organization, give a rate from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest market, excellent, 8, very good, 6, average, 4, low, 2 or 0, very low. Let's start. First, customer-focused organizations are close to the customer. They are very near to the customer. The senior executives even meet and speak with customers. How much is this applicable at your organization? The CEOs, the managers of department meet with the customers. Second, again, give a rate from 1 to 10. Customer-focused organization always expect that the executives in different aspects to include customers in the decision. Is it really needed? Yes. Usually, what happens now that we include our customers in the discussions, especially for when we need to change our services, when we need to create a new creative idea, include your customer in discussion. This is a CFO, again, organization. Third, customer-focused organizations usually know and can anticipate the customer needs. And we mentioned in the first episode, our customers, we have 5 needs. They need first quality, second, speed of service, third, the lowest cost possible, fourth, smart services and technology, fifth, welcoming and reception. So does your company or organization have such case of anticipation of the customer needs? Rate please from 1 to 10. The fourth question, customer-focused organization, always they can surprising their customers, and they are usually giving the driving force for the customers in order to gain, for our organization. Customer-focused organizations make surveys, and always we have to survey and we have to take the feedback. Are we moving directly? Are we changing? How can we change in order to satisfy this? We need always to make surveys, questionnaires to test our products or services presented. Let's continue with the rating system. Now, also, customer-focused organizations establish a clear position in the marketplace versus the competition. Always there is competition in the market. How can we benchmark our services in the global market is highly needed. Do we do this and compare ourselves with our competitors in the concept of customer satisfaction? Also, customer-focused organizations, they create the customer value. And again, this is our program, Spirit of Values. How can we add value to our customers once they come? And this needs that we have to do some sort of research in order to look for the needs and try to satisfy and add value. Customer-focused organizations set quality customer service standard. The first department, which is very important to control what's happening with customers, is the quality management department, is a very important department. Also, customer-focused organizations base the customer service standards in their inputs. Do we have a focus group? Do we consult such focus group from customers in order to build a good CFO organization? Still, we are rating from 1 to 10. Customer-focused organization required everyone, every employee, every manager, every secretary in the organization to experience moments of truth by meeting and servicing their customer directly. Customer-focused organizations, they based on the customer needs, and all our services are based on the needs of our customers. Then customer-focused organization hire and promote the customer-friendly people. In customer service, use friendly people, highly emotional towards accepting the other types and different types of customers. CFO organizations reward the customer, and usually you can see this is elite, this is a VIP. Do you have such rating? Then customer-focused organization also have clear policies and recovery strategy for their organizations. Rate and sum up the total, then you can get an idea if you are actually rating yourself from 8 to 10, it's highly recommended in order to change into CFO. We finalize the concept of value of customer satisfaction. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.